Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Iris. As you've seen in the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about breakups and how to get over them. I just want to say first things first, breakups are very hard. There's research that shows we have the same feelings as we do when we actually lose a loved one. It feels like it's never ending pain, like you're never gonna come back from it, like it is the end of your world, like you actually want to die with that relationship. But no, the truth is you're not gonna die from a broken heart. It's okay to cry, it's okay to feel like you're in a depressive mood, it's okay for you to be lazy and just lay around and eat and watch movies and do whatever you want to do for a few days, but you have to snap out of it. You have to come back from that. You can't stay in that place forever, because then it can be very detrimental to your mental health. So I know a lot of us run to our girlfriends and go party and get drunk, do all kinds of crazy things to just prove that we're not heartbroken. And that's okay. I'm not judging. I've been there before. I've done that. Honestly, like over and over again, because I was dealing with a breakup for so many years with the same person, where we were just like off and on trying to work it out, and then it wouldn't work out, and then trying again, and then it was just so hard for both of us to let go. It was very toxic. Honestly, like what is not for you will not be for you. You will not have enough until you've had enough. If you know, you know, and if you don't, I really hope that you never get that far. Something that I learned the hard way is that whenever you break up with someone, you have to just go through those feelings. You have to process those emotions so that you can start the healing process sooner rather than later. I made the mistake of partying, going out, meeting new people, being very reckless. I wasted so much time, and I wasted part of my youth that I wish I could have back. I wish I knew the things that I know now back then, but I didn't. That's why I'm hoping that if you're going through a breakup, if you're barely going through the motions, that you see this video and that you know that it's okay to just stay home and cry and process those feelings. You don't have to be out partying with your friends and wasting your time, because honestly, you're just gonna get drunk or you're just gonna do all these things. But at the end of the day, eventually you have to come back to yourself or home or wherever it is that you go, and you're still gonna be with that heartache, and you're still gonna have to get through that. So I think it's best to do it now rather than later, so that you can be in a better place. We're about to go into a new year. Let the past be and live with that and move past it. Don't bring any of that negativity or back and forth into the new year. Focus on yourself. It's okay to be alone. You really have to learn to love yourself enough to spend time with yourself, where you're not bored out of your mind or feeling like you just have to do something. If you're not at home enjoying your own company, then you still have a lot of work to do on yourself. I've been working on myself all year. So I'm at a point where I'm very comfortable being alone, being at home. I used to always wonder why people say things like that. I would be like, man, that just sounds so ridiculous. Like, who would want to live their life at home bored? Well, now that I'm always home and I'm just so happy in my own peace and so comfortable in my own peace, that I completely understand what they're saying now. And that is not to say cut everybody off and just stay home. That's not what I mean. I just mean that you don't feel like the anxiety, the anxious feeling of just having to be somewhere so that you can get your mind off of those other thoughts. If you have to go through therapy, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have to talk to somebody about it, do what you got to do so you can get yourself in a good mental state where you feel comfortable being alone and you feel at peace, where it's a comforting thing. Go get that degree that you always wanted to get. Maybe you've always wanted to work out and work on your body. Go to the gym, go work out. Everybody got to start somewhere. Do the inner work. And I always used to hate when I would see videos saying do the inner work, because I never understood what they meant. But when they say the inner work, they mean like processing your emotions, build a relationship with God, or whoever, whatever religion it is or whatever you believe in, build a spiritual relationship so that you can be able to harmonize and have that peace within yourself. It's okay to not be okay. Like, don't feel bad. Something I haven't told a lot of people is a month ago or two, I was struggling with my mental health really bad, really, really bad. One thing about me is I'm a very, very strong person. Like, I mentally am very resilient. I have a very resilient mind, and it's hard to bring me down. It's hard to break me. I think the fact that I'm so resilient and I'm so strong that I was getting broken, but it was coming out in other forms. And I was finding myself sleeping all day, every day for weeks and weeks and weeks on end, which a lot of you didn't know. And I really thought, like, okay, I'm sick. Something's wrong with me. I have low iron, or my vitamin D is low. Maybe I have a thyroid problem. Maybe I have diabetes. I started like making up all these illnesses in my head that I didn't even have. So I went to the doctor and I was getting checked, and they were like, no, you're fine. You don't have this. You're like perfectly healthy. So I was like, well, what could it be? Because I'm always tired. I'm overwhelmingly tired. It just doesn't make no sense. And I'm not old like that. I'm in my mid-30s. So how am I just so overwhelmingly tired and drained? So then, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I started thinking someone's putting witchcraft on me. But I had to get really strong in my Bible to realize that yes, witchcraft exists. It's in the Bible how people will do that. But if you have a relationship with God and you're constantly praying, because in the Bible it tells you to pray without ceasing, then you don't have nothing to worry about. That should not even be like an issue or a thought. So I started getting really strong in my relationship with God and praying. So I knew, like, okay, this is not, I'm tripping. I know that I starting to build a relationship with God, but at the same time, I am only human. I'm not supernatural. I mean, well, I do consider myself having like some kind of supernatural powers within me, but I was suffering from depression and I did not know that. It was, honestly, guys, it was literally the hardest thing for me to accept. It was so hard for me to accept that I was having like symptoms of depression, or that was a symptom of depression. I didn't want to realize it until I went to see a doctor. And then I still then was in denial. And then finally it just like, it hit me. There's a few things that happened why I realized for sure that's what it was. And I'm not ready to share that with y'all yet, but maybe hopefully one day I will, because I do feel like it will help somebody. Just like this one girl that she's on TikTok, well, she was sharing it on this podcast that she went on, and she's a young, like a really pretty young girl. And everybody knows her like on TikTok. So when she shared that, I was like, oh my God, like that exact same thing happened to me. And she's so brave and so strong for sharing that with the world. Like, and it just made me feel better, because I feel like, okay, I'm not alone. But I'm just, me personally, I'm not ready to share that with anyone yet. But I will tell you this, I did end up finding out that I was struggling with a depression. And I'm like, well, why would I be depressed? I have so much to be grateful for. I'm pretty, I'm healthy, I have money, I have my kids, they're healthy, we have a home. Like, I have so many things to be grateful for. But I think what it was is that all the trauma, all the back and forth, all the toxicity from my breakup was just building up inside of me, until it finally just, I don't know, it started just like a disease, like eating me up, until I finally was like able to snap out of it and realize this is what's going on with me. I have to fix this. I have to put a stop to this, because I'm not a person to just lay in the bed all day, every day for weeks on end. That's just not me. And, thankfully, by the grace of God, I was able to get it together. I'm still working through that. But I decided that I should make a video on this, on breakups, because I feel like I'm probably not the only one who's struggling with that or who's going through something like that. It's hard, y'all. It's fucking hard. And you're not alone, you know? But please, like, I urge you that if you're going through that or you're back and forth, let it go. Move on. You deserve so much better. And if it's meant to be, if it's truly meant to be, then the both of you will make things work in a positive, healthy way. Rather that be both of you getting couples therapy or making the changes you have to make so that you can be happy together, or whatever it is that you have to do. No person is worth your help. No person is worth bringing you down mentally. Love shouldn't hurt. Love shouldn't be stressful. Love shouldn't be toxic. Love shouldn't be painful. And I had to learn that the hard way. If you're always dealing with stress, anxiety, like arguments, disagreements, and if it's to the extremes, it's not love, you know, because I get it. Couples are not perfect. We go through things, but there's a limit and there's a balance to that stuff. So I really hope this helps somebody. I really hope that it helps you. And honestly, I do feel like this video is a little bit all over the place because I really wanted this to come from my heart and from personal experience and to help somebody. I will be doing talking videos. I will be doing advice videos. That is what I love to do. If you do not want advice, if you do not want to hear me talking, then you can unsubscribe from my channel, because honestly, like, I couldn't find myself on the YouTube world. That's why I was never posting. That's why I was never consistent. But then it just dawned on me, this is what I love to do. I love to help people. I love talking to people. You cannot hurt me with something that I'm telling you. Like, you can never use that against me. If I'm out here putting it on YouTube for you to hear and see, is obviously because I don't care, and you could never use that against me. I'm putting it out there to help somebody who's going through the same thing. Take your power back. Do not let anybody have the power over you to be able to control your emotions, your feelings, how your mental health is. I just cannot stress enough how important mental health is. And if you guys are wondering, like, why does she keep saying that word, mental health? Why does she keep talking about it? Because, guys, mental health is a silent killer. If you don't take care of it and it's impacting you negatively, then it is a silent killer. It causes disease in our body. So it's just so important. I feel like if people were to treat their mental health and really take it serious, and it doesn't have to mean that you're on medication or you're crazy, like people put this stigma behind it. It just means that psychologically, we're humans. We go through things and we need to be able to process those emotions. You will be so much healthier. You will live so much longer, and you will be so much more powerful and in control of your life. So I'm just going to leave you with that. I love you guys so, so much. Please, if you love this video, subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notifications so you can be notified every single time I upload. Let me know what you want to see in the next video, and I will be uploading by myself, sometimes with my kids. It just depends what the topic is. But you guys, if you want to see anything, you guys know that I'm a single mom. You know that I've been married. You know that I have kids. So I have little kids. I have teenagers. I'm also a grandma. So if there's anything you want to know, your girl has probably been through it. Drop your questions below. Drop your comments below, and I'll be more than happy to address it on my next video. Bye.